Now, before you go on your pizza bagel cleanse, and it sounds good on paper, I don't want to discourage you. I want to teach you, I want to give you the tools to where you'll know if someone's lying to you, and then you can decipher your way through the fad diet maze towards Happy Town.
Mask agenda, media pretender. They push this prejudice, we turn to sender.
So when I was trying to overcome colitis in my early days, I was just reading book after book from the library. Every little health guru I could get my hands on, I read their book. I watched hundreds of hours of YouTube. I'm a YouTube certified guru, and I'm here to teach you certain things. I wrote a list of attributes, things to look for when you're listening to like a debate or a lecture and some guy's trying to tell you, hey, this is the path to heal. The reality is there's many different ways to heal. There's many stories online of people healing on each different path. So it's not that those are wrong and yours is better. It's you have to decipher if it fits you uniquely. I believe there will be many carnivores that will outlive me and dance on my grave. And I will also dance on the graves of raw vegans who should be healthier than me, but somehow I will outlive them. Life isn't fair. So let's get into the tips because it can be very confusing. You're hearing one guy say sugar is the cause of all disease. The other guy's saying it's meat and saturated fat, and you don't know who to believe. Just follow the blueprint here and you will know. First, let's focus on physical health. I don't like to put too much weight into this, but if you're hearing somebody and they're obese, and they're telling you this is the best diet, they're not even following their own advice, I can't take you serious. I'm sorry. Like, I get a lot of comments, and sometimes they'll mention Jack Cruz, and like, you should listen to his lectures on vitamin D and sunlight, and I go to look at him, and he's fat as hell. He doesn't look like he's following anything but KFC only. I don't care what he has to say about the sunlight. He's wrong about so much. Like, you let yourself go that far, I can't trust you. I'm sorry. You might have amazing information, but you're not showing me that it's actually working for you. So I hate to be so shallow or vain, but it's just something you have to pay attention to. We can't ignore it. If you're overweight, if you're not fit and happy, if you can't smile, like I will demonstrate to you here, just don't show any wrinkles while you smile. I'm happy and healthy. So some things I look for, are they overweight? Do they have eye bags? Usually the keto eyes. I have them a bit. I had them way worse though in my 20s. Really young. Like I had girls comment like, you have like dark circles under your eyes. I'm like, yeah, I'm dying. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what causes it. It's just kidney damage, adrenal damage, liver, dirty blood, too much salt, too much adrenaline. So you're a coffee drinker. Usually it's just the keto people because they're living off adrenaline. The salt. I eliminated salt about a week and a half ago. I think my eye bags got worse because all the inflammation and puffiness drained out of my body. So now I'm like this flat looking vegan bitch who like I was puffy, and you could say like I looked healthier on salt. I was fuller. I had so much protein. It was just salt holding water in my face, and then the eye bags. But it's something I always pay attention to. Look at the eyes. When I was carnivore, I do believe my eyes had a glossed over redness to them. It was a meaty eye, like a beady little wood elf type of, you're a gremlin, you want to like start fires. It's not like great. Whereas like my eyes feel whiter, but like I don't want to get too down this vanity road where it's like, I want to be young forever. Oh my God, you look so young. Look at you. Look, I'm 90 years old and I look like I'm 8. This is awesome. Like, we're all gonna age. I have like so many gray hairs in my beard, it's not even funny. Does your health guru have mucus in their throat as they talk? This is something I pay attention to. It's harder for this type of video because I can edit it out. If I start feeling mucus come out, oh, I'm chopping. But like on a live interview and your guru is like clearing their throat every couple minutes and it's like they can't get a word out. It's like they're dairy drinkers, you're mucusy, you're gross. For me, like I do still have mucus. It's not bad, but I do believe it's the grains, my cooked grain. It's almost like a compromise meal. It's so fun to eat and warm. It's the only warm thing in this country. But basically, does the person who's giving you health advice right now look like someone you want to look like eventually? or are they just decrepit? Some of us have bad genetics. We're never going to win that lottery. So like we're working with the best we can. It's like a pile of mud here and we're trying to make a sculpture and whatever, where you polish mud and it still looks okay. But the next thing I look for is, are they lying to get their message across? Are they lying about the opposite side diet to promote theirs? For example, the low carbers. Have you ever heard the essential carbohydrate lie? They will say there's essential amino acids, there's essential fatty acids, but there's no such thing as an essential carbohydrate. Therefore, we should eat super high fat and protein. We don't have any need. Your body will make all it needs. That is such a bunch of baloney bullshit. You can break it down just by optimal health. Carbs are necessary. Your body's going to create them out of fish if it has to. Like, it's desperately trying to create sugar at all times. It's a stress to not have sugar. When it comes to these essential amino acids and fatty acids, they're the tiniest amount that we need. Essential fatty acids are like less than 1% of our total calorie needs. Yet you're using that as this building block that we need tons of fat. None of it is in nature. There's only like flax seeds and chia. And then you have to literally change your species and dive into an ocean and pretend you can breathe under there to catch fish. But are they lying to you? Are they saying something like carbs make you fat? Eat a ketogenic diet. Here's some studies that show that ketogenic diets lose more weight. Look how much faster it's better. Carbs are why we're obese. There's no like high carb vegans who are obese. It's so hard to overeat. I'm stuffing my gullet and I'm only losing weight and it sucks. I'm trying to look fuller and happier. But like, it's not happening. It's so hard. And they're saying, oh, this low fat craze of the 80s and 90s, look where that got us. No one did it. No one was ever doing it. They're still eating like chicken, beef, yogurt, eggs for breakfast, bacon and eggs. Oops, low fat turkey, bacon and eggs. Like, no, nobody did it. Look at all the low-fat vegans that are like skin shredded. Or are they in the opposite camp and telling you the fat you eat is the fat you wear? I've been super lean on carnivore. I've seen it happen. Most people are losing weight. That's why they're doing a carnivore diet. They were eating fast food. They're looking for an escape. And that works totally. I've probably had the best looking body composition on a carnivore diet. Just tons of fat, eating nothing but fat, almost like 80% fat. It doesn't store, you burn it. So it's like, who's lying? Like, you don't have to lie. Carnivores are healing somehow. Does it agree with you? I had nightmares on it. I'm not insulting the carnivore diet. I'm just showing you I got a forehead rash that would not leave and it started spreading and I was desperate to get out. And I was nauseous. My liver couldn't handle it. So it's like, I had a lot of issues and some do. We're in a strange time where it's like this social media influencer age where people like me are getting on camera, you're watching it, I'm telling you what to eat, and I'm sharing my health journey, and we're just like pillars for these certain diets. Like, here's the vegan team, here's the carny team. But so many of them are lying to you. I don't get the mindset. I just share. I have no agenda to promote veganism or carnivore. I'm just looking for what heals my body. I just want my baby boy skin, nice digestion, good energy. That's all I need. And some diets give some pieces, and I'm just sharing my awkward, weird journey. But some, they're not honest, and it's annoying because you're trying to learn, and all these influencers are telling you something, but they're hiding something. One of you just told me that Lauren Cordain, author of The Paleo Diet, has dementia now, and he has to like step down from his work, and I'm just like, holy shit, man. Like, it's tough to stay healthy in this world. Like, he was advocating a very natural diet, like meat, fruits, and vegetables, like Paleolithic era, but you have to listen to these people. Are they putting too much weight in a potentially fake history that we were cavemen, we evolved from the sea, we were hunting woolly mammoths? Like, I don't even see that as a reality. I think it's a joke. We were likely Atlantean beings with like little help from the inner earth people, and I lost all credibility in that last couple seconds there. I realized that, but I do believe we are what we always were. We were a creation. Anybody who believes in God doesn't believe that we evolved from fish people and then we're like sliming our way on the earth and then it's like, oh, what's a juicer? I'm gonna juice this now. Wow, my horns disappeared. Like, that's not even reality. So like your caveman lifestyle, like for millions of years we were hunting tigers and shit. Like, what the hell are you talking about? That never happened. And if you're looking at the past, you're not looking at what heals people today. We have like chemtrails, 5G towers, lots of weird stuff. Things we don't even know about headed our way. We have to work, man. People in the health field are dropping like flies, trying their best. So it's like, you got to be on point. We're under attack. So I'm not looking to learn much from a potential caveman who died when he was 35. I already outlived you. Like, grow up. Take your club and try to knock a banana out of a tree and hit it my way if you can. I'm making a smoothie if you don't mind, in my new vacuum blender. So I try to use as much common sense as possible, and I'm listening to someone talk. Does their message resonate with me? Would I like their world? For example, carnivore diet. Would you like a world where that is what everybody ate and that's what everybody has? So we don't have fruit trees anywhere. It's just all factory farmed, because to feed 7 billion people beef, that's just all cows everywhere. So it's just grassland. We're clearing rainforests. Everyone's a bodybuilder. Nobody can smile. They're very just even-keeled, emotionless. I just noticed that the carnivore calm, it's being dead inside and not reacting to anything. Things can be happening, you're just like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. It's grounding. It's a nice grounded feeling, but it's not right. So it's not a world I want to live in or contribute to. So I lean to the other path where it's like, oh, fruit trees being planted everywhere and I can thrive. Free food. I like that idea. Another thing I look for when I'm listening to someone talk about health or a conversation, a podcast, is there something beyond the diet being talked about, or does it just stay there in physical plane where it's just, I eat this for best digestion, I grew muscles, my skin is nice? Or is there more beyond them, their own selfish needs and like the spiritual world, awakening, magical things that are happening? I can see in 360 degrees. I couldn't believe it. I saw this new way. I helped people. I just got an email from my buddy Justin, and he's like telling me all these things that he's been doing. Like, oh yeah, we found this orphanage and we donated a bunch of beds. And I was like, holy shit. Like, I am a demon compared to him. Like, I was just like, wow, well done. Like, look at all the good some people are doing. So like usually when I'm listening to a vegan podcast, they go in that direction. How do we heal our world? Carnivore is often just so physical. Look how much muscle I built, bro. I'm so strong. And I don't think we have all the answers now. I have more questions than answers personally. And I have a lot of ideas. Like, I'm doing this low-fat diet right now, and I keep getting comments saying, how are you going to absorb your fat-soluble vitamins? You need fat for that. And it makes me think, was God that stupid to create fat-soluble vitamins in a food that can't be absorbed unless you combine it with some other food? So like, you're eating your papaya. You stumble upon this papaya tree. You're about to take a bite. The head of your clan slaps it out of your mouth. And he's like, what are you doing? We don't even have lard here. You gotta mix it with the lardy. You're about to eat beta carotene with no lard. How are you gonna absorb that? Every plant has fat in it. Wouldn't that be enough? I don't care that you have some study that showed this antioxidant was in the blood longer after adding olive oil to my carrots instead. Did that person die of AIDS or not? That's what I care about in 20 years. I don't care that certain numbers happen and you're measuring things and look at me. I'm looking at you and you're dead, younger than me. So if I eat a mango and I absorb a certain amount of beta carotene, do I really need to add olive oil to that to increase the amount, or did the perfect amount get absorbed into my body because it's the perfect food created by our god, Caveman Johnson? A couple more points I look for. I'm not a huge Scientologist. I don't really pay attention to the studies. I believe a lot of them are biased, and a lot of people don't even know the science. You know how many times I've seen a vegan doctor just talk about how dumb carnivores are and how they're not even reading the studies. And it's embarrassing. Like every time I see a little debate like that, and then the vegan will bring up this study and they'll say, oh no, that was debunked. Ansel Keys, he had this, it was an agenda. And he's like, have you read the study? It's actually quite clear. And the carnivores act like they know a lot. Like Anthony Chaffee says, like, oh yeah, there's all the studies but he's been called out where he didn't even read the damn thing. He clearly didn't. And I'm on his page. I ain't gonna read it either. But like, do they know the science that they're spewing forth? Or are they repeating what they heard and just looking for little abstracts? Oh, there's a conclusion that somebody made. I bet they were right. So it's just kind of funny when like all these carnivores are telling you seed oils are what's damaging our health. And then the vegans will say like, there's literally no science to suggest that. I don't think they're healthy. It's a seed oil. I don't think any oil's healthy. Maybe flax oil, if you had some. But like Brooke Goldner is reversing disease with flax oil, not any other. But like the science clearly says seed oils are amazing, better than butter. So like that's what the science says. Do you know that? Or are you repeating seed oils, bro, the worst thing ever? I don't even care personally because I'm not going to eat them. But apparently the vegans sound more right, like they've actually looked at the studies where carnivores are just coming up with random theories. It's sugar causing all these problems. It's seed oils, plant anti-nutrients. None of it pans out in the long run. Antioxidants are an anti-nutrient. They help you age slower. They fight disease. I'll fight your cat. So those are some of the ways I make it through the maze of life. Find out who's lying to me, who's holding information back. If you're promoting a health message and you never mention that you're struggling with anything, I don't believe you. That's a red alarm. Red alert. It's like it's not happening. We're humans on Earth and it's a struggle and it's hard to be here. And we're all going through something. You may think like I'm the unhealthiest of all people promoting anything because of how much I share the flaws. If I didn't tell you I had acne, you wouldn't even know. Like it's barely even a thing that shows up on camera. I'm that transparent where I'm like, if I get one zit, which I have there, and I'll point right at it and say like, my skin's not perfect. Something's off. I'm just trying to share. I had a great bowel movement today. Huh? Like things are good. I'm not bloated and gassy as a vegan. You can fix your digestion. So it's like, I don't trust you. There's many people online who never have any problems mysteriously. They figured it all out and you can have that success too if you buy their ebook. I don't believe you. So like be real and your brand isn't going to die because you came out and you farted. Like you have some health challenge. If I had testicular cancer right now, I'd be like, shit, my balls suck. Yeah, okay, we're working on that. We're doing a pineapple cleanse and radiating my balls with something. Like, I'll fix it. But I'll bring you with me to the ball fixing. You want to come? You don't? It's understandable. That's unfortunate. So let me know who you think is lying. And for you who like to repeat the lies so much in my comment section, just get your own thoughts. Take someone's truth, experience it, and that will make a new truth, and that will be your truth. Was their truth right, or were they missing a couple pieces? Just make some tweaks, man, after you thumb up the video. And buy a cute link pendant, 2-for-1 sale. For some reason, you're thumbing the video down. I think I know why. It's because you noticed that cotton is edible, and we are actually cotton-based, and we only need to wear clothes and then eat them, and then go naked. To not wear clothes is fasting for you. Don't do it outside on my watch. You can donate Bitcoin now, and I will be leaving. after you subscribe for more, and I'll see you next.